A British businessman vanished in Nairobi, and days later, his body was discovered in the most bizarre manner, hidden in a sack of pineapples. This is the puzzling case of Campbell Scott, a British businessman found dead in water.
For that, tonight, police have discovered the body of British businessman Campbell Scott, who went missing in Nairobi.
Campbell Scott was a senior director at FICO, and he arrived in Nairobi on February 14th of this year for a business conference. On February 16th, 2 days later, CCTV footage captured him leaving a lavish hotel in Westlands at around 11:50 a.m. He was clad in a Scotland rugby jersey, cargo shorts, and red Adidas sneakers. Scott left without informing his colleagues or hotel staff, and then he simply vanished. Nearly a week later, on February 22nd, herders discovered his body in a thicket along the Wote-Machakos Highway, approximately 140 kilometers from Nairobi. Scott's body was found hidden in a sack filled with pineapples. His hands were bound and signs of extreme torture were evident. A local administrator reported that Scott's eyes appeared gouged and his ears were cut, painting a grim picture of violence. An initial autopsy did not reveal injuries sufficient to cause Scott's death, prompting authorities to conduct a toxicology test to determine if other factors contributed to the Scottman's death. After his discovery, police launched investigations, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations (DCI) arrested a taxi driver in a nightclub waiter on February 24th, just 2 days after Scott's body was found. Reports indicate that Scott had visited a bar in Westlands, leaving with a friend around 7 p.m. before boarding a taxi to an unknown location. These two suspects are among the last known people to have seen Scott alive, adding more layers to an already perplexing case. So, what led to Scott's brutal death? Early theories suggest that he may have been lured into a trap by contacts he met at a nightclub. One prevailing theory is that he was held captive in a slum house, where his abductors attempted to access his bank accounts. Following Scott's death, approximately £12,000, or about 2 million shillings, was withdrawn from his accounts using his stolen bank cards. The unusual method of concealing his body in a sack of pineapples has led detectives to believe it's a calculated ploy to bypass police checkpoints, disguising the crime as part of a routine fruit delivery. Differing reports continue to emerge, with some continuing to hint at organized criminal activity and others suggesting opportunistic violence against the foreign national. Scott's murder is not an isolated incident. Over the past 3 years, several foreign nationals have met similar tragic fates in Kenya. In the last week of February, a UK coroner confirmed that a BBC employee, Kate Mitchell, was brutally murdered at a Nairobi hotel in November of 2021. According to the coroner court in Newcastle, Mitchell was found dead on the 8th floor after an intruder broke in. Her killer would then plunge to his death from the same floor. Postmortem reports reveal that she died from severe head injury and pressure on her neck. Kenyan authorities, in collaboration with the UK Foreign Office and Interpol, continue to investigate the death of Campbell Scott. Investigators are poring over CCTV footage, witness statements, and forensic evidence to piece together the events that led to Scott's tragic death in Kenya. For this and more stories, visit Kenyans.co.ke. I'm Mono Njgere.